Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel where I help you glow up from the inside out. We are grabbing the new year with two hands, my love, because today we are talking about the biggest puzzle piece to your glow up, and that is self-concept. Now, if you're not watching this at the start of the year, don't worry. It's never too late and you found yourself here for a reason. So, if you have a few minutes now to invest in changing your future, watch this video until the end and you will leave with 4 pieces of information. Firstly, understanding what your self-concept is. Secondly, understanding how it affects you. And thirdly, understanding how to change it using my acronym DREAM, D-R-E-A-M. And finally, the mindset mistake to avoid when glowing up. So buckle up, I hope you're ready. And make sure you check out the videos in the description box because this video links to 2 other videos I've done, so watching all 3 back to back will supercharge your glow up. Okay, so quick layman's term definition of your self-concept. It's basically how you see yourself, who you believe you are, the identity that you ascribe to yourself. For example, do you see yourself as a disciplined, capable, attractive, successful person who gets what they want easily? Or do you see yourself as lazy, inept, unattractive, and a loser who has to really struggle and fight for what they want in life? Hopefully, already you can see that each different perspective would lead to very different lived experiences, because our beliefs have a huge impact on our reality, how we behave, and what we think we can have. It is possible to have a self-concept that is beneficial to us in one department of our life, but then to have a self-concept in another part of our life that isn't beneficial. For example, your self-concept in the department of work may be that you're a good worker who is thriving in your role and is able to get jobs really successfully. So you might find getting a job and sustaining a job really easily. But simultaneously, you might also believe that in the department of romance, you are a struggle lovebird, which basically means your relationships are struggly and you have all these awful dating experiences. So in one aspect of your life, you could be thriving, and in another aspect, you could be catching L after L after L because of what you believe about yourself in that department. Now, where does our self-concept come from? Well, usually, it's an amalgamation of stories that we repeat and constantly tell ourselves based on past experiences and how other people have treated us. This is bad because it means that if you were around people who didn't value you early on in life, you can internalize that treatment and give it a meaning about your worth, and then convince yourself that the reason you were treated that way is because XYZ is wrong with you. And then you continuously repeat the story, which means you continuously get the same results, which means you're continuously building evidence to support a negative self-concept. You see where I'm going with this. The good news is you can change your self-concept and make it in alignment with what you actually want. Changing your self-concept is 1,000 times easier than trying to find motivation. Because if you tell yourself, I'm just the type of person who does 20 sit-ups a day. I'm just the type of person who eats 5 fruits and vegetables a day. I'm just the type of person who grows up to groups of people I don't know and introduces myself. You get the point. If you tell yourself that you're just the type of person that ... it suddenly stops becoming a big deal. A bit like I get up and I brush my teeth. So here is the 5-step process to change your self-concept. D. Decide who you want to be. R. Release the old story. E. Everyday habits, aka micro habits. A. Affirm the new you. And I'm gonna save M till later, so make sure you keep watching. So, for my OG subscribers, you'll already have seen this D, decide who you want to be, in my video about how to reinvent yourself. So check out the description to look at that one in more detail if you haven't seen it already. But basically, you have free reign over who you want to become. Think of this as picking up a magic wand and literally deciding, how do I want to show up in this world? What beliefs do I need to have about myself in order to get what I want? Who do I want to be in relationships? Who do I want to be in the world of work? Who do I want to be health-wise? Sit down and get very clear on what aspect of your life you want to focus on and who you want to be in that aspect. Next up is R, releasing the old story. You are not going to become the person you want to be by constantly replaying the old story and the old narrative in your head. So be careful how you speak to yourself. When you make a mistake, are you quick to say, "I'm so stupid"? If so, cut it out. Detach from the story. That's really important because a lot of people don't realize how attached they are to their labels. I'm socially awkward, an attachment to that label. I'm not very good at public speaking. There's an attachment to a story there. Release the story. Everyday habits, aka micro habits, are going to really help you change your self-concept because now that you've decided who you want to be, you can do little things every day that are in alignment with this new person. So if this new woman that you've decided to be is someone who prioritizes herself, every day, safeguard maybe half an hour or even a couple of minutes to journal or do something that feels like you're prioritizing yourself. This varies from person to person, but the point is it's important to do little things every day that line up with the woman that you have decided you want to be. These little habits are going to build evidence to help you realize that you are no longer the old you. So it really helps with releasing that old story. And for those of you who have waited long enough, we now have M, which is make an evidence log. Super similar to logging your wins in my Reinvent Yourself video. Essentially, you need to write down the evidence that you are changing. This is really helpful on those days that maybe you're feeling a little shaky, maybe the old story is creeping back into your mind. Being able to go on notes on your phone and see all the things that you did that show that you do have confidence, or all the things that you've done that show that you are brave, is really helpful. Just to give you that boost on those days where you're maybe not feeling so great and there's a little whisper in your ear that you can't do it. And now for the mindset mistake to avoid when glowing up. So many of us are conditioned to believe that when people start to treat us differently, we will feel differently about ourselves. All this work on self-concept proves that that is not true. But so often we tell ourselves, for me to respect myself, I need that person over there to respect me first. For me to feel lovable, I need that man or that woman to chase me or text me back. For me to feel that I'm capable, I need that person over there to tell me I am. Stop outsourcing your power. The reality is, for your experience of life to change, you need to change how you view yourself. People who respect themselves get respect from others because they don't allow people to walk all over them and they have clear boundaries. People who love themselves exude that energy and it repels self-hateful people who want to waste their time because they can already tell this woman is not going to be going for my hot and cold games. People who want to be made a priority by others need to make themselves a priority and treat themselves with the love, respect, and dignity that they deserve to set that example for others. So stop waiting for the world to treat you differently. Stop waiting for people to see your light first. See your own light yourself and watch how your life changes. I hope you found this video helpful, my loves. Good luck changing your self-concept and make sure you stay on that path and revisit this video anytime you need to if you're having a little wobble. Until the next one, mwah.